jokery aside, we are going to talk about the COVID vaccination mandates. YouTube, I'm going to give a general disclaimer right now. Your policy, YouTube's policy, is stupid, and everybody who wrote it is stupid, and everybody who enforces it is stupid. Your policy on COVID is retarded. You want to suppress the voice of the people. You want to suppress open thought and discussion. You call it misinformation. Guess who's the most guilty of misinformation? The authorities who are talking about it are the most guilty. You know why? Because the authorities are the only people capable of providing misinformation, because they're the only authoritative source. Everybody else can ask questions, have discussions, have opinions, have comments and commentary, and it's not misinformation because we're all just trying to suss things out as free fucking people. Fuck you, YouTube. Your censors are garbage, and I hope all of them catch fire unironically. Just deal with that, okay? But we're going to talk about this sensibly. Remember, only correct opinions, and that is a correct opinion, because the censorship on COVID has caused harm. It has caused way more harm than some moron on the internet yelling into a microphone could ever cause. The idea of censoring and making the subject taboo and refusing to allow people open discourse and to come to reasonable conclusions and discussions about it, that has caused harm. The prevention of discussion of alternative medications has caused harm, because for some people, alternative medications are either their only option or a better option than what they've got. But you won't allow people to even look up the information about those alternatives. You want to censor it. You want to take it away. You want to reduce it. And therefore, you, YouTube, not us, not anyone else, not the worst conspiracy theorist on earth, could be engaged in anything even akin to misinformation, because we are not granted false authority by decree of a president and the verification of a Senate. That is an appeal to authority fallacy. It is not valid. It is not open discourse. It is not proper discourse. It is not recognized as appropriate. It is not recognized by anybody who is a serious thinker, scholar, discusser, or even just general asshole as a valid means of argument, because all it says is this person is right because someone else said they must be right on a subject that they were not appointed to actually talk about, because the subject didn't exist at the time they were appointed. And remember, they were appointed, may as well have been anointed as a religious godhead of the state. Anthony Fauci, praise his name, the wisest of wisdom, the penultimate of patrons. Anthony Fauci, who bestows knowledge upon us from on high, lauded by publications, eager to soak up government respect, dollars, favor, access. Sexiest man of the year, Anthony Fauci. Given authority, not earned, not because his arguments or opinions are correct. In fact, many people who would suggest that they're wrong. One of the people who would suggest that Fauci's arguments are wrong are Fauci's, because they're different today than they were. And not because he's learned more. But anyway, maybe we shouldn't talk about this too much, because the beatific gods of science might turn to vengeful, malicious, petty gods of ancient civilizations. Maybe they'll strike me down with an Omicron variant, right? I'll just, guys, I have to go. I got the coof. I gotta go. Inject me now. I sound like Jack Murphy. Put my legs up and inject me. Where were we? Let me summarize. Let me summarize this. YouTube, your censorship is causing harm. It is causing active harm in our society. It is causing discord. It is causing people who believe blindly in government authority, in corporate authority, to distrust and to hate their neighbors, their family, their friends. You made Thanksgiving uncomfortable. You made Christmas hard. You make coming home from work an area of discord in a home that was otherwise peaceful, because you have determined that some people are right by appointment, and therefore the people who disagree with them are cast out, are the lepers, the modern leprosy of society. Go away. You are not allowed here anymore unless you are jabbed, unless you are masked, and unless you proselytize. You have 3 requirements: comply with the mask, comply with the jab, and then go forth and convert and proselytize the masses to comply as well. For those who will not comply, for those who will just ask questions, must be ostracized and removed from society. They can't come to our restaurants. They can't come to our stores. We'll put the proof on a card. We'll give them a card. Might as well sew it onto their clothing, right? Just stitch it onto their clothes so that they can't get away from the card. Bring the card with you. You want to eat? Bring the card. You want groceries? Bring the card. You want gas? Bring the card. You want to go to a park? Bring the card. You want to vote? Bring your card. Not that one, though. Not that other one. Just this one. You might cough on someone in line. You, YouTube, big tech, you are causing the harm. You are literally ripping apart families. You are forcing a false narrative that there is but one way to address this issue. And it's disgusting and revolting. And so I say, fuck you. Fuck you. Saying it in different languages now. All right, I had to get that off my chest.